You can see the owner goal complete. Date of first achievement, November 2nd, 2021. 2 times achieved. First time owner goal complete, team record. Most recent owner goal complete, acquire a player. And the season's over, 4.52, an average score. The goals for 2022, play close to 500 ball, improve your starting pitcher ERA, sign Michael Lorenzen, acquire a locally popular player, increase attendance to 39,000 a game, that didn't happen, and keep building a team in order to reach the playoffs by 2025. Oh, by 2026 he wants that per game. Okay. First thing we're going to do is we're going to go into settings, rules. DH is going to now be enabled, so that's what's going to happen this season, right? So we're putting that on right now. And we went over stats last time. So I was thinking, what could we really do here? And I think what we should do is we shouldn't be complacent. Hold on, dogs are barking. Okay, that should be a bit better now. And what I mean by don't be complacent is we had a very good year last year, right? But we overachieved. We completely overachieved. We were not going to win 77 games. I think I can show how much games we won per maybe history. GM history. I don't know. But I'm pretty sure there's a way that we can check how we did every month for the season. But we had a great September. And if that didn't happen, it would have been close to how we did. So, I think that we should look to build a team with a record close to what we did this year, but a more consistent record than we had this season. That makes sense, right? We shouldn't have a boom or a bust where we stink. Oh, we have a really good September. That vaults us up to 77 wins. The issue is money. We don't have much money. We're paying $23 million to Davis this year. So, it is going to be tight. Money will be an issue, so we might have to try to moneyball our way to this. Oh, wait, no. $27 million. Well, I guess money did clear now that we get to the offseason. With the first season over, I do want to kind of look at the personnel, the staff roles. I want them as good as possible. And I think what I'm going to do is Mike Ellis, I don't know if I'll keep him or not as the assistant GM. I do like to have assistant GMs as guys who can eventually become head scouts. So I don't know if I'll fire him or not. For some reason, it doesn't look like I can even look at his stuff. I do plan on keeping Brandon Hyde. I think he did good this year. He works well with temperamental, struggles with normal. Okay. And his personality is personable. So I want guys that are more personable as my managers and coaches. And I don't love temperamental. I guess I'll keep it with Freddie because Brandon Hyde works with it. So I'll keep Freddie for this year. And I'll look at a few guys, and I'll probably make some changes on the head coach in the major leagues, and maybe I'll make some changes in the minor leagues too. Another thing I also forgot to do this year is I completely forgot to do this, right? Like, I don't know what I was doing, but completely forgot to set coaching roles. So if I just ask the AI, okay. So yeah, that's annoying, but I got it for this year. At hitting coach, we're gonna sign Jim Waylander, former player for a bit, retired in '93, and he's personal. He's personable, works well with personable, handles development good, influences mechanics great, handles aging legendary, team hitting outstanding. Yeah. Waylander is exactly what I want from a hitting coach. So I made all sorts of offers, a lot of extensions. If you don't want to make the extensions on your own, just do that. If you have minor league CPU making minor league staff signings, it makes life a lot easier. So you can do that. I don't know what I was about to say there, but let's go to salary arbitration now. You'll see the guys who we hopefully hire, and John Means. Do I want to give him arbitration? No, I don't actually. Sean Armstrong. Do I want to offer him? Yeah. And I think I'll do the rest of these off screen, and I will tell you who I offered and what I offered them. Okay, so we made our offers, and here's what we got. We didn't bring back Means, Bart, or Frederick. We're going to give Mancini arbitration. We signed all these guys back for a little cheaper than their arbitration. Do I want to bring back Logan Morrison? $1.5 million 1 year. Nope. Okay. Let's do that. Okay. 1.148 is what we'll give him over the next 2 years. I'm not that worried about that. We let Mikel Franco. What am I saying? We signed back Franco, or we're gonna sign back Franco. Galvis wants too much, and I think he will accept the qualifying offer, and I don't want to give him that. He wants $17 million for the next 4 years, and it was around the same for Lorenzen, and we just couldn't afford it. We were negotiating with Lorenzen, and eventually negotiations just fell through, and it didn't work out. Hopefully I can get him back in free agency. We do have $26 million. So we're going to do the awards, and then we'll go to free agency and all the other things. So we come in here with the Manager of the Year award. For some reason, I had no news, only personal messages on. But no, now I have news from your league and organization. So I know that Roberto Perez and Santander won Gold Gloves because it gave me the notification. But here we go. Manager of the Year, Bob Melvin. Very good manager, of course. Yeah, he's just putting in work. I mean, he's been a manager since 2003. Oh my goodness. And he's been with Oakland since 2011. And a few rough years there in 2017. But since then, he's done very good for himself. So yeah, Bob Melvin. And then Mike Schilt. Or Schild, I don't remember how to exactly say it. Been with the Cardinals for a few years since they fired Matheny. I mean, yeah, great year for them. Speaking of the Cardinals, how did I forget? They won the World Series. The Cardinals won the World Series. I forgot to show it at the very beginning. They won the World Series over the White Sox in 5 games. And if I can show statistics too, I might as well show a few of them. Batting average leader, Jose Abreu. Home runs, Judge. RBIs, Judge. Bellinger was insane. And 9 WAR. So just scrolling by here are the stats. Jose Abreu with a crazy year. 360 batting average, 54 home runs. And then pitching leaders. Corbin Burns, a 2.30 ERA. Nola with 21 losses, went 7-21. Of course, losses don't really matter, but still crazy to look at. And again, just scrolling through, looking at the statistics. Okay, now Lucas Giolito wins the AL Cy Young. The pitching was a little weak for the AL this year overall. Maybe Shohei should have won, but they ended up giving it to Giolito. And then, of course, Corbin Burns wins it. Had an insane season. Completely deserved it. AL MVP, Jose Abreu. Completely agree. Numbers were insane. Deserves it. And Corey Seager with pretty ridiculous numbers himself. Beating out his own teammate, Cody Bellinger, to win the NL MVP. 43 home runs. 136 runs batted in. A .332 batting average. So let's go to free agency. And that's when the fun starts. just in case you want to see, here it is. Cardinals win. This is how the playoff tree went. So, yeah. So now we're going to go over almost $9 million. Seth Lugo. Darn. Okay. So international free agents always interesting. Let's see if there's anyone good. Just scrolling through. So, okay. Ryosuke Nomura. Looks like he could be a solid bullpen guy. Jun Ho Lee. He is he is 23 years old. Can play a lot of positions. High intelligence. Looks interesting. There were some players posted by the Nippon League and Japan. None of them were good. And this guy right here, really interesting ratings for Isono. Can he hit against both sides? He's not great against lefties, but interesting guy right there. Can play the outfield well. Free agency is going to be something. If we look at the rookie draft, you can see the draft order. We pick 14th this season. Okay. Free agency. We'll look at some guys. We'll look at the top first, and then I might go off. I might stay on. Might make some moves. So, in this, of course, we started it before Francisco Lindor signed the huge deal. No, he's not coming here. And Nolan Arenado did not get an extension either in this. Wow. So, a lot of good batters here. And then, if we scroll back up, you see Justin Verlander, Max Scherzer. Trevor Bauer does not pick up his option. He could be interesting to come in. We do need pitching a lot. So, I'm going to look around, see if I can find some guys on some affordable deals. And then we will make some moves potentially. Just stopping in here for a quick little second. We didn't bring back Franco, so I don't know what I was talking about. So we are going to bring him back for this deal. $9 million, $10 million, $11 million going up over the next few years. We'll totally do that. So we got the Cowboy Michael Lorenzen back. We're going to try to get Young Ho Lee. Only wants $1.1 million. He can be a really good shortstop for us. All he's got to do is develop that contact. And we will probably look to bring in another shortstop with a good personality to be a stopgap. Freddie only wants $10 million. I don't know if I'll do that. We are starting to get low at $16 million. So I'm going to look around. Canalo, his offensive ratings are just too bad. So I'm going to look around to see if there's any shortstops who are a little cheaper than Freddie, who I can bring in and be a good personality class. A guy like Asdrubal could be interesting for like third base. The guy we're going to go with is Elvis Andrus. He's a not as good but cheaper version of Freddie Galvis, only wanting 1.7 for 1 year. Works out perfectly for what we're looking for. So here are all the offers we made. We have around $600,000. We do have Maikel Franco. I don't know why he wasn't showing up. I knew I had re-signed him, but he wasn't there, so I'm like, hey, maybe I didn't. No, I did. So, Maikel Franco is on the team, meaning that, and I noticed that, which is why I didn't bring in Asdrubal Cabrera. I was about to say, meaning we don't need Asdrubal Cabrera. So, the contracts I offered, Schwarber offered a minor league deal. Justin Verlander, the biggest one. He tore his UCL, Tommy John surgery, $9 million, 1 year, prove it deal, say you still got it, get traded at the deadline. Jay Bruce, $1.2 million, gets to compete for first base. Elvis Andrus, stopgap at shortstop, team leader. Joe Kelly, he's a solid bullpen guy. Dylan Bundy, same kind of thing. It's a prove it deal. If he does well, maybe he can trade it at the deadline. So that's what we're looking there. And I mean, great personality stuff. Good leader, good work ethic, good work ethic, good intelligence, low greed. Can't talk today. Wow. Michael Lorenzen, I already talked about. Manuel Ramirez, he was pitching in single A He was a free agent, and his ratings are good, right? He looks like he can be pretty good. So we brought him in, or we're trying to bring him in. All these guys we're negotiating with, or no, we're not negotiating with him. We already negotiated with him. We have pending offers. And Jun-Ho Lee, he's another one. If I'm butchering that name, please let me know in the comments. But Jun-Ho Lee is the final one. So we're going to sim up to the Hall of Fame voting, and hopefully we'll get guys by around them. Okay, so I made a few more offers, all minor league deals, which means they don't come off of the free agent value, and it was Tae-In Woon. He looks like he can be interesting. Austin Wins, just catcher with okay ability. Lewis Brinson, solid outfielder, good work ethic. He's a prankster, like the personality traits there, and a really good defender. Jonathan Scope, solid power hitter on the team. Think he can be interesting as a guy who can maybe come up, maybe come down. Hernan Perez, Pepper Perez, because he can play every position on the field except for catcher and pitcher. And Melvin Adon, because he throws over 100 miles an hour. We can't afford Lorenzen, and I'm not willing to pay that much because I don't know how good he's going to be. I am going to give this to Manuel. We now have $8 million for free agents, so we will probably sign another pitcher and outfielder to try to make up for it. Yeah, I mean, it stinks. It stinks. But sometimes you gotta know when to hold them, know when to fold them, right? And I feel like that was the time to fold them, and this is the guy I have in mind. Asono, right? We looked at him earlier, $1.1 million. I mean, yeah, I mean, that's cheap over 5 years, okay. And then, we need a pitcher, right? Now that he declined our offer, Pineda's there, Lance Lynn. Lynn looks pretty good. Corey Kluber, I do like him. I think maybe a bit more overall. Garrett Richards, don't like that he's fragile. Granted, so is Kluber. Luke Weaver, he's young, good stuff. Yes. Okay, Luke Weaver. I shouldn't say young, he's 28, but good, cheap deal. Leaves us with more money. Probably sign another center fielder, one that can get on base a bit more, or maybe just hit for some better contact. Looking right now, maybe Brett Gardner. Isono cannot hit great against lefties, so we want a guy who can hit pretty well against left-handed pitching. So that is the number one concern right now, and I think I'll be back when I find a guy who can do that. So the guy to hit against lefties will be Avisail Garcia, it looks like, for at least backups. We do have Cedric Mullins, who will be the starter and can hit against lefties, but you do want a good backup option. So that's what we're doing. Hopefully we can bring those guys in. I'll be back either when I bring some of them in or at the Rule 5 draft. We brought in Joe Kelly, so that is the first big signing for the team in the offseason. So we're here at the Rule 5 draft. I don't think we have any of the guys that'll be taken, if anyone does get taken. I do see some interesting pitchers. Camilo Duvall, he looks interesting, and so does, not to you. Ooh, can you hit? Okay, Bellin, slightly interesting, but it's Joe Barlow. Joe Barlow looks real good. Duvall, I mean, he can develop better stuff. Oh, wait, no, he can't. Better movement. That's his thing. He said his movement is off the charts. So, I think we'll go with Duvall and hope that he can develop. Player cannot be drafted. Drafting with current league rules. Please pick a different player. What? What happens if I do it with Barlow? Huh. Now, why is that? Ooh, is the 40? Yeah, the 40 man's full. Okay, so Cole Sussler will waive in DFA, and then we'll pick not draft pool. We'll pick Duvall. Boom, got him, and we will sim the rest of the draft because that's the only pick I wanted to make. And that's the only pick that was made. Camilo Duvall over to our team. So if we do that, will Duvall be there? Yes, he is. Cool. Hopefully we can get signings. I'll be back in almost a month. It'll be at the Hall of Fame voting results. So we got Justin Verlander, Jay Bruce, Elvis Andre, and Jun Ho Lee. A massive day for us as, okay, no, he's not that good. I got excited there. Maybe we found a good guy. And we also got Kyle Schwarber. Players appreciate the new leadership. Baltimore announces deal for veteran pitcher. Huge day for us signing. Massive offseason, and this made it worth it. We're going to probably go until the preseason. I'll show the voting results, get the preseason ready, and then we'll probably wrap it up. But wow, who would have thought we would have ended up with Justin Verlander? We got Isono and we got Avisal Garcia. Two guys that we wanted kind of as a package deal, and we got them on the same day. You love when things work out like that. So the Hall of Fame voting is done, and Barry Bonds and David Ortiz and Alex Rodriguez all made it, two of which in their first year. Roger Clemens getting 74%, just under the needed amount. Barry Bonds and Kurt Schilling gets dropped. Sammy Sosa, Bobby Bray, Jake Peavy, Kevin Folk, Javier Vasquez, Mike Lieberthal, Ryan Howard, Dan Hare, Prince Fielder, Octavio Dotto, and Francisco Cordero all got dropped from the Hall of Fame voting. We'll go to the preseason, and then we'll end it off. And yeah. So, at the beginning of the preseason, we got Dylan Bundy. Our budget raised from $104 million to $110, so thank you, Mr. Angeles. This is where we're going to end the video. I hope you all enjoyed it. I'm CJ Ambrose 05 or CJ Ambrose. We plan to do spring training and then the beginning of the season next time. And I'm saying I will see you later.